This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, Dyslexia Awareness Month continues, and so does our series on the learning disability. Welcome to a show filled with local information. This is FYI on SSPTV and SSPTV.com. I'm Ken Karen. I thank you for watching. Let's take a look at Monday's headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A 79-year-old woman was killed this morning in Hazleton after she was struck by a vehicle. Hazleton police responded to the intersection of Walnut Street and Fulton Court just after 9 this morning for a report of a vehicle versus a pedestrian accident. The victim's name has not been released pending notification of the family. The 79-year-old woman was pronounced dead at the scene by Luzerne County Deputy Coroner Jeff Stock. She was struck by a vehicle driven by a 23-year-old male whose name has also not been released. Hazleton police were assisted at the scene by Pennsylvania State Police, the State Police Forensic Unit, the Hazleton Fire Department, and APTS ambulance. Police tell us that the investigation into the woman's death is ongoing. Now, anyone who saw the accident this morning is being asked to contact Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940. A Hazleton man is facing charges in connection with the alleged assault of two children. Last night, Hazleton police charged 37-year-old Rafael Gomez of Hazleton with simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, and harassment. Police allege that he assaulted two children under the age of 12. Police say the incident happened in the 600 block of West 12th Street. Gomez was transported to the Luzerne County Prison last night for overnight arraignment. And the city of Hazleton will host a statewide meeting on revitalization this week. The Pennsylvania Downtown Center is the only statewide nonprofit dedicated to the revitalization of the Commonwealth's core communities. The organization will host its Eastern Regional Managers Meeting and Leadership Forum in Hazleton this Wednesday. Krista Schneider, Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, says hosting the event is quite an honor. The Alliance is currently working with the PDC to gain Main Street designation. Wednesday's meeting will be held in the former Altamont Hotel, and it will focus on community economic development issues and blighted property issues, as well as legislative updates and funding available for revitalization initiatives. Two mothers from our area are doing their part to promote awareness of the language-based learning disability known as dyslexia. Lisa Sugart has the details on how you can support their effort to light it up red this week in Hazleton.
This month is Dyslexia Awareness Month, and we're pleased to welcome back Kim Plaza, who is a member of Decoding Dyslexia PA, an organization that is dedicated to helping people with dyslexia and getting answers about it. And a special event is coming up this week in the city of Hazleton, which will shine the light on dyslexia. Light It Up Red for 1 in 5. What does that title mean of that program?
The Light It Up Red for 1 in 5 indicates that there are 1 in 5 children have dyslexia. So we're trying to bring awareness to these huge numbers and inviting businesses and local governments to light their buildings up red for that day.
Okay. Now this is a special event taking place at Hazleton City Hall on October 15th at 4 o'clock. So tell us what that will entail.
We're going to do a little presentation. Dr. Craig Butler, who is our new superintendent, will be there to speak about what our school district is doing and trying to help our kids with dyslexia. Casey Hersheim and Lori Lowson, they will also be there to speak about things that are going to be happening in our district with dyslexia. And we'll be handing out information and give people a place to look for help.
So for someone out there who maybe has a child that has dyslexia, or they think they might have a child who has dyslexia, why should they come to this event?
We'll be bringing light to this. We are here to educate and empower and advocate for these children. So it's the best place to start in order to get the information you need if you suspect that your child is having trouble in school.
And you have a website as well, which gives a wealth of information. So what is that? People could go and look to maybe put the pieces together to find out that maybe, hey, my child does have dyslexia.
Our website is www.decodingdyslexiapa.org, or you can also go to the International Dyslexia Association, which is IDA.org.
And again, 1 in 5. So this is huge, and many people don't realize that their child have it. They might think they have a different disability. Right. So you're hoping to shine the light at the event at City Hall.
That's what we are. City Hall, Mayor Yanuzzi and Jeff Gassad have helped me. We're going to be lighting up City Hall red. So if any of the businesses or your house, just put a red light bulb on and show your support for dyslexia awareness.
All right, very well said. We hope that you'll get involved, and if you need answers to your questions, show up for this special event, again, taking place October 15th, 4 p.m., Hazleton City Hall.
Thank you, Lisa. We'll have much more on that topic this month, so stay tuned for that. And here's why you should stay tuned on Monday. The Week 6 high school football Cole Scale rankings will be released during sports. And when we come right back, find out what act the Hazleton Concert Series is bringing to our area.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's Monday. Welcome back to Core Fitness. I'm Christy, and this is my little friend today. I found myself a cheerleader. Janine tells me that's the song of the summer, but it's just for show. I get a lot of questions. What can I do? I have no time to exercise. I just had a baby. So she's going to help me out today, and I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do safely with your baby to get you back into your shape that you were in before you had her. So the first exercise is going to be just a squat, and you're going to hold her or him facing you. And while you do these exercises, you can actually just kind of talk to her or make faces at her, blow raspberries. When you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to start to press her up. Always safety first, okay? Make sure you have a good grip on your baby. You don't want to just kind of fling her around. Everything is slow and controlled. So your squats are good positioning, abs are tight. Make sure you have a good hold of her underneath her arms, okay? So your squat and your press, all right? And then you can start to add variations and press her out to the side, always talking to her when you're doing those things. Second exercise is actually a modified push-up. And this one's kind of fun. I used to do this one with my kids all the time. You can do this on your knees, and as you get more advanced, you can come up to a straight leg, and you're gonna come down and give her a kiss. All right, and you can start to blow raspberries on her baby, on her belly, start to tickle her, anything like that. Okay? And the third exercise is just going to be a modified sit-up. You can do this with her facing away from you or at you. You can sit her right on your knees. If you can't pick her up yet and you're not quite that advanced, just lean back and come on up and give her a little tickle. As you get more advanced, you can bring her down with you and press her up. Down and press her up, okay? So those are 3 great exercises that you can do with your baby to get back into your shape. See you next Monday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Mother Nature continues to be very generous to our area, and it looks like it's going to continue. However, I feel like I'm going to have to scrape off my car this week, and I can't find my scrapey thing, but that's my problem. This weather forecast is for all of us in the Hazleton area from the National Weather Service. Tonight, increasing clouds, low around 54. Won't have to scrape tomorrow. South wind around 7 miles per hour. On Tuesday, on our extended forecast, there is a slight chance of showers before 1 p.m. and then another slight chance of showers after 5 p.m. It will be a cloudy day and then clearing to become mostly sunny. High of 65. Our chance of precipitation 50%. As we move on to Tuesday night, it will be mostly cloudy, a low of 48 degrees. Wednesday looks partly sunny with a high near 56. On Wednesday night, partly cloudy. It gets cooler, our low 39. Thursday mostly sunny again, high in the mid 50s. Thursday night once again partly cloudy, once again upper 30s, low 40s. On Friday, a chance of showers, 40% chance, partly sunny with a high near 54 degrees. And then on Friday night, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low of 37 degrees. And tonight we have a chance for one lucky viewer to win complimentary tickets to a wonderful performance. Lisa Sugart has the latest on the Greater Hazleton Concert Series.
Another wonderful performance will be taking place on Thursday, October 15th. It is the second in the series for the Greater Hazelton Concert Series. And this time, the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain will be featured. Here to tell us all the details, our dear friend Amelia Bergeron, who is the president of the Greater Hazelton Concert Series. Amelia, thanks for coming back. Another great performance.
Yes, and very, very unique. People will equate the ukulele with Arthur Godfrey walking out on the stage with his ukulele, or Tiny Tim tipping through the tulips, but it's not like that at all. People are going to be very surprised because they play every genre of music. In fact, they will hear American folk and blues, heavy metal, bebop and jazz, punk, reggae, electronic dance music, and even Chinese melodies from their recent tour. And it's just the ukuleles. There will be no piano, no backup, just them. And as George Hinchcliffe, one of the founders of this group, says, he calls them bonsai guitars. And Beatle George Harrison made contact with them, and he has played with them, and also Cat Stevens. They have played all over the world, and as I say, they just returned from a tour to China. They have played in very prestigious halls like the Sydney, Australia Opera House. They played in Carnegie Hall twice. They've played in the Royal Albert Hall in London, which seats 5,000, and each time they've played there, they have sold out with standing room only. So this is going to be a very unique performance. I am receiving calls from many people who want me to reserve a ticket for them, and I'm just surprised at the fan base that they have. One woman told me this is the 4th time she will be seeing them, and she will be bringing her entire family. There'll be 6 of them coming. And she said the first time that she saw them, here were these 8 musicians who walked onto the stage with these very somber looks on their faces. And she thought, oh, this is going to be a really dull performance. She said, not true. She said, when they started playing, they are so humorous. She said, and they engage the audience, that she was just so surprised, and you cannot help but stomping your feet to the beat of the music. And she said, they were so enjoyable. Their performance was something like Victor Borge. So we are very excited to have them because it is indeed different. There are 8 of them. It was formed in 1975 by George Hinchcliffe and Kitty Lux. Now, there are a couple of other ukulele orchestras out there, but this is the original. And there's been a renewed interest now in the ukulele, and there are ukulele societies, many people that are studying the ukulele now, and they credit that to this the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain.
Wow.
So everybody get off your couches and stop watching the commercials and the reruns and see things do come to Hazelton.
Oh, they always do, and they're usually courtesy of the Greater Hazelton Concert Series. Now, this is taking place again on Thursday, and it's at Hazelton Area High School Auditorium beginning at 7:30 p.m. For more information, you can go to hazeltonconcertseries.org. You can also call Amelia at 570-788-4864. Memberships still available as well. Amelia was very gracious. She brought along 2 tickets for 1 lucky viewer. So if you would like to have an opportunity to win tickets to see this great performance on Thursday, please call us now at the number up on your screen. Leave us a message, and we will pick 1 lucky winner's name at random. So we hope to have a great turnout, and we hope that Amelia comes back soon to tell us about the next performance for the Greater Hazelton Concert Series.
Thanks, Lisa. Call to win those tickets now because I might swipe them. Ukuleles and tuxedos, I'm all in. That looks awesome. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 9, 1, pick 3, 4, 5, 6, pick 4, 1, 7, 6, 6, and pick 5, 5, 6, 8, 3, 2. Your lottery numbers on FYI are brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency, and Boyer Insurance has 2 locations to serve you, one in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue, the other one in Nescapec on Broad Street. Call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683. The Coal Scale is coming up after this break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Week 6 of the high school football season is in the books, and we threw all of our local results into our breaker here at FYI, and here's what it produced: the Week 6 high school football Coal Scale rankings. The Lignite grade remains empty. That's the grade where teams need a spark. So we start in the bituminous grade, where these teams are hot. Shenandoah Valley remains in 4th place in this grade. They went down after losing to North Schuylkill on Friday night. We actually added a team to this grade. Quarterback Ian McColl did lead an impressive scoring drive for the Blue Devils that included a pass play of over 50 yards. Hazelton area, they're also down a spot this week. The young Cougars made some mistakes in the first quarter on the road against Crestwood, and the Comets made them pay, jumping out to a 21-0 lead. The Cougars could not catch up. Tamaqua, they won their 2nd straight game, and now they have a huge chance of running up the standings. They play Shenandoah Valley this week before ending the season with Anthracite League heavyweights Blue Mountain, Lehighton, and rival Marion Catholic, so they could make some noise. Bud Moyer did what Bud Moyer does on Friday nights for the Blue Raiders, making opposing defenses blue. He had 164 yards against Minersville. Now Marion, they fell into the bituminous grade for the first time this season. The Colts had a really tough 3-game stretch that featured North Schuylkill, Blue Mountain, and Lehighton, and that equaled 3 losses for Marion. But I'm not counting the Colts out of the running for the Kings of the Coal Scale, and you shouldn't either. So 4 teams right now in the bituminous grade. Shenandoah Valley, Hazelton area will need to win to hopefully stay up there. In the anthracite grade, our highest grade, this is teams that are on fire right now. North Schuylkill is burning bright once again. The Spartans are battling injuries and a tough Anthracite League schedule, but they put up 50 points on Friday night. Major Jordan ran for over 260 yards for North Schuylkill, and I don't think I walked 260 yards on Friday night. Still sitting at the top of our rankings, even after a loss, it's Monoy area. The Golden Bears were the latest local team to fall victim to Blue Mountain. Very good team there. Standout quarterback, and he also plays in the secondary. Mason Ryan was injured in this game, making a huge defensive play for the Bears. Hopefully he's all right, and hopefully all of you at home are buckled in. There's 4 weeks of the season left in the Coal Scale rankings, and it's pretty much wide open right now in the race for the title of Kings of the Coal. Well, the United States Collegiate Athletic Association has their own Coal Scale. They call it a poll. Not as catchy, but it's pretty official. And right now, the Penn State Hazelton soccer team is number 16 in the nation in that poll. The local Lions went to extra time with Berkeley, New Jersey, and Tyler Willie scored his 3rd game-winning goal of the season. Penn State Hazelton has Penn State Schuylkill and 1 more non-conference match left until the PSU AC playoffs. Well, the Cubs, they'll play in the postseason this evening. Jake Arrieta looks to give the Cubbies the lead in their series against the Cardinals. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. on TBS. Ron Marchetti is number 6 in my favorite people poll. Let's see if he can move up a few spots. Here's Trivia Treats.
Boise State back in the playoffs. The Cubs have the Cardinals right where they want, and Joe Pepitone is 75-8. And if you don't remember it doesn't matter. Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats. On this very day, 10 years ago, in 2005, at U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago, the White Sox won Game 2 of the ALCS 2-1 over the Angels following a controversial play. The score was 1-1 in the Chicago half of the 9th, with 2 out and no one on base. A.P. Przneski of the Sox swung at a low pitch. Los Angeles catcher Josh Paul believed he caught the pitch cleanly and rolled the ball back to the mound. However, the home plate umpire ruled that the ball hit the dirt before Paul short-hopped it. After taking a few steps in the direction of his dugout, the Angels were leaving the field, so Brzezinski headed to first base and arrived safely. The next batter, Joe Creed, hit a walk-off double to score Przneski. So after losing the first game of that series, Chicago won the next 4 games on their way to the franchise's first World Series championship since 1917. That happened in 2005. This happened in 1995. exactly 20 years ago. In the deciding fifth game of the American League Division Series, the Mariners rallied to defeat the Yankees 6-5 in 11 innings at the Kingdome in Seattle. Playing in the postseason for the first time in franchise history, the Mariners had lost the first 2 games of that series in New York before capturing games 3 and 4 at home. In Game 5, down 4-2, Seattle scored twice in the 8th to force extra innings, but the Yanks scored in the top of the 11th off Randy Johnson for a 5-4 lead. Yankee pitcher Jack McDowell was making his first career relief appearance. He failed to retire a batter in the bottom of the 11th. Mother of God! After 2 singles, Edgar Martinez belted a 2-run walk-off double for the Mariners' win. And finally, it was 47 years ago last night that Jose Feliciano, a blind 23-year-old singer from Puerto Rico, caused a firestorm when he performed the national anthem before Game 5 of the World Series at Tiger Stadium in Detroit in 1968. Feliciano's interpretation was done to a slower beat in a blend of folk and soul styles to a guitar. It differed greatly from the usual and correct rendition. Newspapers and radios and TV stations were flooded with protests from irate viewers, many of whom considered his performance to be unpatriotic. However, since then, the Star Spangled Banner has been sung in a variety of musical styles. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo will be having a pierogi and halushki sale Friday, October 16th from 10 a.m. to 5:30. Please call ahead to secure your order by calling 570-929-2179. Our next announcement, the annual Pardeesville Haunted Trail will be at the Playground Baseball Complex October 15th through 17th. Be prepared for the scare of a lifetime plus games, tricky trays, refreshments, food, hot soups, and lots of fun. Don't forget to dress appropriately for the weather, and all proceeds benefit the Pardeesville Recreation Association. Each night starts at 7 p.m. And finally, the West Hazelton Elementary Middle School PTA will be holding their annual craft fair Saturday, October 17th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Admission is free, and they will be having craft food, vendors, and kids' activities. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Michael T. Bobby of Freeland. Services are Thursday at 3 p.m. at the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. Elda Amelia Carnes, formerly of Summit Hill. Burial will be held in the Indiantown Gap National Cemetery. And Thomas C. Rogers of Hazelton. Funeral is Tuesday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Kenneth Adams of Barnesville. Kenneth, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Big volleyball match in hometown tonight as Marion hosts Nativity. We'll let you know how the Phillies did tomorrow. Until then, take it easy, everyone.